So this is a topic I've avoided. I just didn't really have much to say on it. I guess I'll share my opinion because like I've met and been around many people that have gotten DUIs. I've been in a car while a friend's gotten a DUI or an OWI, whatever you want to call it. I myself, I've never driven drunk. I know with the way I was drinking, there's no way I could operate a vehicle, and I never had the urge to. I've met friends that like they'll get drunk and they want to drive, or they'll say stuff like they drive better drunk, and to me, it's always been ridiculous. I never understood it, and I still don't. I quite frankly, I think it's stupid. I think it's pathetic. Like being that selfish to risk other people and yourself. More importantly, other people, because families, parents have died, children have died from drunk drivers, and it's absolutely horrible. And I'm very thankful I never had that inclination to drive while drinking. I never have. Now, I've gotten into cars with people that have been way over the legal limit, and I regret that, but I never myself have driven. And even looking back, I cringe thinking about all those times because I was putting myself in danger, you know, while in the hands of somebody else that I know for a fact sometimes they were severely intoxicated. It happened numerous times I've done it. I'm very fortunate, and I regret that, but I've never driven drunk. I know people with 4 to 5 DUIs, and I don't know how they don't have severe jail time or repercussions. Honestly, I feel like I don't know. After so many offenses, I mean, the license should be stripped permanently, and there should be I think there should be much more severe consequences. And you can go look at these DUI channels and these police activity channels where there's just people getting caught left and right, like 3 times the legal limit plus, like plastered driving around, and they don't harm anybody, but they would eventually, right? So maybe it's a good wake-up call for people. But a lot of people with a DUI, they recite. The recidivism rate on it is pretty high. And I know people with 3, 4, 5 DUIs, and it's mind-blowing to me. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say to that except, like, I don't get it, and I don't agree with it. And I feel like maybe they should be a bit more strict with it. I mean, if someone's doing it 2 or 3 times, I feel like they should never be able to drive again. I know they'll suspend for a year and all that, but then people will still drive illegally, right? There's breathalyzers and all that. I get that, but I don't know. And sorry if I'm triggering some people with DUIs. Like, that is what it is. You made your decision. I'm really not trying to be judgmental. I have a pretty strict opinion on it because if you're taking the lives of someone innocently driving, like that's super shame on you, you know. If you just got a DUI just randomly and you didn't harm anybody, then hopefully it was a wake up call. But I know with like ARD and all that kind of stuff, it's very expensive financially, and yeah. I don't really know what else to say on it other than, like, I know I talk a lot about alcoholism, but I've never had any experiences myself with it because I never drove while super intoxicated because I know I would wreck, whether it be into another car, a tree, a person, an innocent family, and I knew that, and I abided by the law, and I knew better, you know. But I have met people that, like, they don't mind driving when they're blasted, and it's scary. Another thing I want to touch on is it's weird when you're intoxicated too. Like when you're drunk or really buzzed, you tend to not care that other people are drinking and driving. Like I really didn't care. I remember many years ago being with a buddy, feeding him, like handing him beers while he was driving, taking shots in the truck, and just wild stuff. I was not driving, but it was like more in like the country back roads at the time, but it was still like, what the heck, man? right into a tree, you know. You could have went, and I look back and I'm like, that's insanity, man. I would never do that stuff sober. So alcohol still made me put myself in situations I would never do. You know, I would never put myself in the situations. And a lot of people that drink and drive probably feel that way sober, but alcohol does crazy things to you when you drink, you know. I can't believe how many the situations, you know, it's mind-blowing. Thank God nothing ever happened, honestly. But I'm not trying to be judgmental. Hopefully people have woken up that have gotten in trouble, but some people don't. Like, there's videos all over of people getting multiple, you know, even within a year or two. It's like, wow, dude, how is this person still like on the street? But yeah, not much more to say. I'll make this a quick one. This is my quick opinion. So yeah, take it easy. Much love.